I'm going to show you how to make specific changes for students under the roster tab here. So when you're in Freckle and you click on your roster, you can choose a specific student. Maybe you have a student with an IEP or a 504 that needs to have things read to them. And you want to make sure that this option is available to them at all times. So you can click on the settings and then edit dashboard settings. From here, you can also choose student details if you need to make any changes there, which you should not be making any changes there. Support settings. This is where you can change for read aloud options for your students. So if a student has a 504 or an IEP in which you want to have things read aloud to them, or they have the option to read it aloud, have it read aloud, you can make changes here. So again, that was roster. Select your specific student that you want those changes made for, and then choose support settings. If you want to trust Freckle defaults, that is when students are reading at a certain level or below. So 1C is like the end of first grade. You can always show the option for students, or you can always hide the option for students. So if a student is working at an exceptionally high level, chances are Freckle will not default and give them the option to have it read aloud. But if you want to make sure that is not the case, you can click Always Hide. If you always want to show it, click Always Show, and you can choose to apply to the specific student you have here at the top, or you can apply it to all students in your class. Okay. Another choice you can make from the roster section is here in Edit Your Dashboard Settings again. If you want to make changes in math, for example, if you want to make number facts available to students working at a lower level, you can click here. This will allow students to have some extra visual supports within the number practice. And also down here, you can choose if you don't want students working in adaptive math domains for something specific here that you haven't touched on yet, you can deselect those. I would not recommend doing that just because then if you want to assign it, you may forget that you have this, you decided to block them from moving into those domains. But if you do want specific students working on, or you don't want them working on multiplication or division, you want everybody starting with addition, then this is a place where you can make those changes. Just don't forget to come back and replace multiplication and division as you move forward. And again, you can apply to all students in the class here or apply to specific student settings. So that was just up here under dashboard settings, scrolling down here and showing or hiding fact practice operations for students. Okay. Back here on the main roster page, there's some other things that you can do for students here in the settings options. You can reset student options. So if you had gone in and you took away multiplication and division from students by hitting reset student options, it should go back to the default, the Freckle defaults, which would include all of those options. Something else you can do if you want to add points or coins, not points, to your students, you can set their coin balance. You know, maybe they did an exceptional job or they did extra lessons and you think that they deserve a few extra coins or something, or this is where you can change their coin balance if you would like to. Okay, those are really the basic things that you should want to do here from the roster tab.